Hello everyone, how are you doing? In this video you're going to learn 5 useful and common advanced expressions with the verb to bear. Now the verb to bear itself just means to support a weight or to endure, but these expressions have a more idiomatic meaning which are a little bit more difficult to work out from just the words in the expressions themselves. So I'm going to give a definition and an example with each expression. The last 2 expressions, by the way, are particularly advanced, so they kind of get progressively more advanced as we go through them. So let's look at the first one, which is to bear in mind. Bear in mind, which basically means to take into account or to consider. Okay, so the example, bear in mind that rain is forecast this weekend when you plan the picnic. So bear in mind that rain is forecast, so I'm telling this person who is planning the picnic, to take into account, don't forget or consider that rain is forecast. So, when you're planning the picnic, it's important to think about that. And the second expression is to bear with me. Bear with me or to bear with someone. But to bear with me basically means be patient and wait while I do something. Please bear with me while I sort out the settings on the camera. Okay, so imagine I interrupt the video and you have to wait a few seconds or minutes while I change some settings on the camera. Then I'm asking you to please be patient and wait while I do that. Of course, that's not going to happen in a video because I would just edit it out. But it could be in other situations, in meetings, in classes, various situations where the person just needs people to be patient while they're waiting for them to do something. And the next expression is to bear a resemblance. To bear a resemblance. And often we use the word striking with resemblance. It's a very common collocation, a striking resemblance. Now this particular expression comes up a lot. I don't know why, but I've noticed it a lot in the Cambridge English exams, especially in sort of the C1 Advanced and C2 Proficiency level. And remember, if you're planning on taking a Cambridge English exam, if it's the B2 First, C1 Advanced or C2 Proficiency, and you need some help with the preparation, I have the TTP Exam Academy where Frank Cariso and I give regular workshops where we give tips on how to prepare for the Cambridge English exam, and we have a huge archive of recordings of past workshops that you can watch at any time if you join the Academy. It's through Patreon. So what does bear resemblance mean? It means to share physical similarities with someone or something. Usually it's when we're referring to 2 people who look very similar, basically. So you could say, she bears a resemblance to her sister, or he bears a resemblance to his father. But in this example, it's a slightly different context. His essay bears a striking resemblance to mine. So his essay bears a striking resemblance to mine. So imagine I've written an essay, maybe for homework or for an exam, and I noticed that my classmate has written an essay which looks very similar, maybe suspiciously similar to mine. So it bears a striking resemblance. I'm suspicious, basically. I'm saying I think he's copied me. So the essay looks very similar. And the next expression is a phrasal verb. And as I said, now we're getting into the really advanced or even C2 level vocabulary here. And the phrasal verb is to bear up. And to bear up basically means to endure a difficult or sad situation with positivity. So to be quite brave and courageous when facing a difficult or sad situation. We often use it when somebody has lost somebody, a family member or relative or a friend has passed away, and the way you deal with it is you can bear up. So you're facing this difficult situation with positivity. But my example is slightly different. How have you been since the operation? Well, I'm bearing up, taking it one day at a time. So in this situation, I guess this person has had quite a big, serious operation, and his friend is asking, how have you been? And he answers, I'm bearing up, I'm doing okay, I'm facing it with positivity. It's not very enthusiastic. It's not like saying, oh, I'm fine, I'm great. I'm just bearing up and taking it one day at a time. So the recuperation is slow. Okay, the last expression, and this is really C2 level, to bear the brunt. To bear the brunt. And this means to suffer the worst of something. So it's something negative that maybe many people suffer from this negative situation or event or whatever it is. But if you bear the brunt of it, you get the worst of it. You get the main focus of this negativity, this bad thing that has happened. And the example is, when my boss is under pressure, I always bear the brunt of his anger. So when my boss is under pressure, maybe he reacts to situations in a more aggressive way, or maybe he gets angry quite easily, and maybe other colleagues in the company suffer from that, but I bear the brunt of it. I get the worst of it. You know, the worst impact, the focus of his anger is always on me for some reason. Okay, so as always, use it or lose it. Practice those expressions using your own examples. Put them in the comments so that other people can see them, and I'll see you very soon for another video. So the example. And the